What's going on, guys? This is Roger here at Church Tech Support. We're going to be starting our Ableton series, how to set up your multi-tracks for Ableton and how to operate Ableton as well. This is going to be divided into three parts. Part one, we're going to talk about where can you get your tracks from and how to set up your track folder on your computer or hard drive. Part two, we're going to be talking about how to set up your Ableton set list template. That way you can have a template to use every single time you're getting ready for your Sunday worship on Ableton. And then part three, pretty much how to set up Ableton for every Sunday, how to use the tracks, how to operate it in depth, and then then you pretty much will have the basic understanding how to use Ableton for your Sunday services. All right, let's get started. Alright, first thing we need to do is get our multi-tracks from different sources. I'm going to be showing you three different sources you can get all your tracks from. They're reliable. Obviously, tracks comes with a price. I'll be showing you the most expensive option and the most cheapest option, as well as other sources as well. So we're going to be focusing on three sources. We're going to do multitracks.com. We're going to do loop community tracks, and then we're also going to focus, like, if you know an artist and they sell tracks on their websites, then we can go with that option as well. And then after that, we're going to be setting up our track folders so we're able to read tracks from. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, I'll put these links in the description as well. First thing we're going to do is pretty much explore multitracks.com. That's your first sources. It's pretty much where every artist will put their original songs for multitracks in this website right here. Popular song right now they have is Praise. So you click on the song, and then you can see that you have the original keys, and then your BPM, and then time signature and length of the song. You also have to break down how the song is going to be from here, like intro, refrain, verse 1, verse 2. Pretty much you have it all, like the song information, how it's going to run. Since we are using Ableton, we're going to need to download the track. At this section, the Multitrack section, and there's other stuff you can explore with multitracks.com too, so you can pretty much look at the lyrics at the right side here, so that way you know how the song goes. So we're going to be focusing on the multi-track portion. Later on, besides Ableton, Multitracks has their own app, which you have AppTrack, which the tracks are much cheaper getting it. The only con is that you won't be able to download it or anything like that. So we're just going to be focused on the Multitrack if you're going to be using Ableton. So we're going to head over to the Multitracks tab over here, and then you can actually preview the song as well, like how pretty much the song is going to go. Let's just load it up so you have an idea.
All ends.
So yeah, and then you can see, like, you can switch keys from here, so whatever key you want to listen to at. And then what you're gonna do, pretty much you want to download as a WAV, WAV file, WAV file. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Anyways, it sounds better. It's originally. And then you just add it to your cart, and boom, that's it. And then you just check out, and then create an account if you don't have one, or put in your card information, and then you're all set. And then that's it for multitracks.com. All right, we have option 2 here, which is loopcommunity.com. This is my second favorite right here. The difference between this and multitracks.com, one of the similar ways is that the artist would load up their tracks here as well. It'll kind of beat the same price. So if we look at Praise by Elevation Worship, you can see if we click on the Elevation Worship here, you're gonna see that all the options you have for here. So you can do the in-app only, which we'll talk. I'll show you guys how to set up your Loop Community app in later videos. Or you can do the in-app and file download, which is the same price as multitracks.com would be. As you can tell, where is it? I forgot where it is. it's in the cart. So yeah, $35 pretty much. Or you can do a split track, which is pretty much going to be like a click and guide on your left channel and track on the right channel, which I'll explain later too. Um, or you can just click and fuse only if you have a full band. So pretty much it. The reason I was saying it's cheaper because let's look up the same song. So when we look at Praise by Elevation Worship, if you go where it says tracks right here, you can actually see people actually custom, like people from the community would upload their own tracks, like record their own proper tracks. Tell where it says community on these tops here. That's why it's called Loop Community. Everyone gets involved. Or you can get the original one from the artist, which is right here, and you can see if it says master. Loop Community has their own version of their tracks as well. So yeah, and if we click, let's say something by Johnny Maya, see his is only $20, and that's because it's a custom track. So it's $20 to download it into Ableton. So you're saving yourself around $15 instead of using Multitrack from the Multitracks, which is the original one. There's a pro and con advantage when it comes to this. The pro is that it's cheaper. The con, you won't have the original sound that the original artists have with Multitracks.com. I mean, if you want to save money, go ahead, get the Loop Community version, or custom ones from people. But if you want it to sound original, like pretty much how the song you listen to it on Apple Music or radio, then just get the Multitracks.com. So that's your kind of like big pros and advantage right there. All right, third and final option that I'm recommending you guys is pretty much get the Multitracks from the artists themselves. For one example, one of my favorite artists, Draylen Young, he has good music. You should go check him out. He does have his Multitracks on his website, which I don't think he has it on Multitracks.com or Loop Community. So you have to get it from the artists themselves. It would probably be a rare occasion, but in case you ever like, the artists have the tracks themselves in their website and they don't post it on the other websites, then that's the option you want to go with. All right, so let's, for example, Believe by Draylen Young. Pretty much you just add it to the cart, and then they also have PayPal options if you wanted to, and then boom, then you can download the track files from there. All right, now that I showed you guys the 3 resources you can get your tracks from, again, we covered Multitracks.com, Loop Community, the pros and advantages between those two right there, and then if some artists have their own tracks on their own websites, then you can get it from there. So as long as you download the zip file from all 3 sources, and then it's gonna download zip files, because usually those tracks can vary from 600 megabytes to a gigabyte of just tracks from there. So it's gonna download as a zip file, and then what you want to do is just unzip the file, and then next step is we're gonna create a track folder so you can store all of your tracks from there. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, there's 2 options you can store your tracks. If you have a computer that has a lot of storage that you don't care how much storage you can fill, then sure, go ahead on your desktop, just create, name it, tracks, simple, that's how it is. And then what you want to do, you just want to go ahead and just put it on your documents, or anywhere you want, just put it in your documents. I mean, pretty much put it everywhere, anywhere you want on your Finder folder. I guess I'll just put it on your documents at this point. And then boom, you're good. If you are using a hard drive, I would recommend getting a solid state external hard drive. That way it's faster to read to the computer, and then you don't use up your computer space at all. But the only downfall is that you gotta remember to bring your hard drive every single Sunday to church. Don't forget it. But if you do get a drive, which I just loaded up my hard drive, this is pretty much what I take to church every single Sunday. So as you can see here, I got my tracks folder here, and this is where I store all my tracks from here. I think last time I checked, I had like 60 tracks maybe. A few of them are my custom ones as well. And that's pretty much it, folks, for part 1. Next video, I'm going to show you where to get Ableton. I'll put the links in the description down below on this video, so you can have access to all the 2 resources. The other resources, I mean, where you get the tracks from the artist. You have to research that. Some artists, again, they put it on Multitracks and Loop Community, but sometimes they don't. So you have to get it from their website. I'll post links for multitracks.com and Loop Community. And next video, we're pretty much going to cover how to get Ableton and how to set up your Sunday set list template. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.